let's talk about this college bribery scandal, college admissions bribery. College admissions bribery. You know, this really pissed me off. You know why? Because I'm not gonna brag, but I was a pretty dope student. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I graduated 3.85 GPA. All my classes were honors and advanced placement classes. Scored 1,300 plus on my SATs. Couldn't get into some of the schools that I wanted to get into, right? Couldn't afford a lot of the schools I wanted to get into, right? So ended up going to the University of Maryland. So that's all that's great school. Go Terps. But the point is that it kind of hits close to a lot of people in the States that you know, worked their asses off, busted their ass off to do all the things you got to do as a kid to just to make it into college. You know what I mean? And then you got these quote unquote Ivy League schools. You know what I mean? Why should we value the diplomas of these universities anymore when it's proven that they sell admissions to the highest bidder? I mean, you have people like Jared Kushner and people like Donald Trump and all of these rich people that got into these nice schools, and they're idiots, right? So how can we value the reputation of these institutions anymore? And that's what I think that's what needs to be that's what needs to be done. As I look at the news, I follow this issue. I don't see these institutions being held accountable, right? There's a lot of blame, of course, going to the parents. A lot of shaming going towards both the parents and the students. But where's the shame going to these universities? You know what I mean? Where is these universities hold their nose up to everybody? Oh, they got, you know, they're Harvard, they're Yale, Stanford, you know, all of these schools. It's like, you know, you were just shown to be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You're letting people into your universities wearing your colors and your badges, and they don't deserve to be there. Meanwhile, you got so many kids out there that are brilliant. The next Einstein, the next Da Vinci, the next you know, Louis Pasteur, the next brilliant, mind-blowing, life-altering, world-changing event is going to happen, and there's kids out there that can make it happen, and these schools are just looking at their bottom line and their factories. Going back to what it is, quite simply, most of these universities are just factories. You pay them money, and then you go into and you sit down in a production line, and this is what happens, right? Do, and then at the end of it, they spit you out with a diploma, and that's your certification. You came to this, you went through this factory of learning. It's not a university. It's not a place of learning. It's a factory of learning, right? And this recent scandal just kind of shows how the factory business works, right? It's not about how intelligent you are. It's not about none of that. It's about how much money you got, who are your parents, what are they going to do for the university, right? At the end of the day, what are we doing? Building as a nation, as a world. What value is it to promote, to give a helping hand or to give a boost to people who already are born with privilege, right? Meanwhile, the best of us are kept in the dirt, you know what I mean, to be trampled on by the same people that stand on our shoulders, and they're worthless. They're pieces of shit. And we live in a world of celebrity, this cult of celebrity, that if you're famous and you're rich and you're this and you're that, now they got YouTube and now they got YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and like now you become an influencer, right? And all of these things. It's like, but what are you really trying to say? What is your intelligence? What are you really giving back to the world, right? Is it just like, look at me, look at me, look at me, That's it. That's the world we live in right now. No substance, only style, only fashion, no function. You know what I mean? So we have to be able to launch a revolution in thought, in ideology, in philosophy, where these type of things are not valid anymore. You know, people with privilege pushing themselves up. It has to be noticed. It has to be seen. We have to be aware that this is happening, and we have to put things in place to stop it, so that people are on an equal playing field, and these idiots don't get a chance to get away with what they've been getting away with for hundreds of years, right? So anyway, that's one of my little Guerilla Mike rants about this college bribery admission scandal. And to all you parents and kids out there, I hope they take your diplomas away. I hope they make your names public so we can shame you some more. It's Guerilla Mike. I'm out.